Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and I want to talk about a really big development as far as the UK case with Johnny Depp, the one about him specifically taking on the Sun, right? The other day I reported, and I believe it was yesterday actually, that there could be some sort of issue on Johnny's side, right? He didn't disclose a few text messages, and the Sun was arguing that this was going to make this an unfair trial, even though they had them a week ahead of time. But they wanted to dismiss this case entirely because of some text. Now, had they been something, a gotcha text, a gotcha of admittance or something like that, I could actually understand it then. But they were simple texts about, Johnny was in Australia. He wanted to get some MDMA, and he also wanted to get some cocaine. Like, I don't see how that's super important. I understand that, certain types of drugs can cause certain types of reactions. Specifically speaking, when it comes to aggression and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't say that MDMA would be the one that you would think of when you go to aggression. So, this was kind of up in the air, and it could have been a huge loss for Johnny Depp. Well, not to bury the lead too much, but he's fine. He is completely fine. We got news early this morning that his case will just, they are going to proceed. And I want to talk about some of the wording that comes from the actual the judge in this. Because it's very weird, right? It seems like there might be something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about here in the public. I could be wrong. Just the wording to me came off very like, what are you guys doing? But either way, Johnny Depp's libel trial against the Sun can proceed. Best news of the day. So let's take a look at this article from The Hollywood Reporter. I know there's quite a few out there. I try to use the best sources. I went through both this one and the Daily Mail, and it comes down to some, simplicity. He's going to go forward. But I do want to talk about what Judge Nicole did say. So, first off, I am not persuaded that the trial of the claim would be unfair. And it is scheduled to start next Tuesday. Like I said before, I will be covering this. But the fact that, I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm looking into this too much. And let me know in the comment section, of course, below. But using the word persuaded just seems very weird. Like, I'm simply letting it go forward. I don't believe that this will cause an unfair trial. But, to put that word, I am not persuaded that the trial of the claim would be unfair, seems very off to me. But I digress. Let's take a look at this article. A British judge has decided that the Johnny Depp litigation against the Sun owner News Group newspapers over the 2018 article in the tabloid that cast him as a wife beater can go ahead, setting the stage for a trial starting next week. And it's supposed to be July 7th, right? Tuesday. This will be going forward. And I know there was a lot of confusion about that originally. I think there's still some confusion whether or not the trial against Amber in Virginia is going ahead in August. And as of right now, everything is still planned. Everything I can find is still planned. So I think I don't think there's going to be any delays with this one. I think had there been a chance of delay, like we got the first time in March when it came to the COVID stuff, I think this would have been decided at the same time as if it was going forward or not. So I believe in every sense of the possibility this is going to happen on Tuesday. And the publisher of their article looked to defend itself from a defamation claim by proving that Johnny Depp did in fact beat his ex-wife Amber Heard, causing her to suffer significant injury. A significant injury is somebody that gets hit by a car. A significant injury is somebody that is in a bad accident at work, somebody that breaks a bone, somebody that gets beat up. Makeup is not a significant injury. I hate to break it to you, Amber and News Group. It's not. And it's not going to hold up. And they have to, without a doubt, prove that he beat her. That he was, in all sense of the word, a wife beater. Yeah, good luck with that. You unless you've got something way hidden that nobody in the public knows about, you are really off your rocker on this one. Earlier this year, the case was rocked by some 70K messages that were inadvertently disclosed by Depp's law firm in the filing. Examining whether Depp had sufficiently turned over the demand records to the News Group attorneys, the judge gave Depp a few days to disclose additional audio recordings as well as court papers from the divorce proceedings between Depp and Heard, while stopping short of making Depp produce other items or sanctioning him for not complying with discovery demands sooner. So he has gotten a few days to make sure everything is there. Now, here's the thing. When we're talking about these 70K messages, the worst, that's a lot of text messages. Like, I can't even imagine. But the worst that they were able to come up with was him venting to Paul Bettany, about what he'd do to her, her burnt corpse. And then, the fact that he does drugs. This trial was never about the fact that Johnny did drugs. The trial was about, did he hurt Amber? He's a drug abuser. He's not a wife abuser. Like, I don't understand how people can't see this distinction. Yes, you could be both, but there's simply no evidence to refute that he is a wife beater. And if there is, we haven't seen it, right? So I think they're kind of screwed here. 70K messages is a lot. And if that's the best you got, I mean, good luck on Tuesday. The newspaper group's legal team argued that Depp was in breach of a court order because he had not given the team a series of text messages between himself and his assistant. It said the messages sent in February and March 2015. How do you still have those text messages? Like, my best guess is they would have to go, to the actual source, go to the Verizon store or Spectrum or whatever, AT&T, to get those kind of text messages, because that's a long time ago. Like, I can't imagine having texts that were 5 years old. Demonstrated that Depp was trying to get a hold of drugs while staying in Australia with Heard, during which time an incident of domestic abuse is alleged to have occurred. This is supposed to be a big fight, right? One of the biggest fights that they've had. Yeah, okay. Good luck with that. In my view, it would not be just to strike out this claim. The judge's decision, published on Thursday, said, despite the breach in which I have found, I am not persuaded that the trial of the claim would be unfair, and I could not agree more. Depp's long-standing position is that it was Heard who was the abusive one during the marriage, including a 2015 audio tape where she apparently stated, I can't promise I won't get physical again. I hate to even keep going over these things because it's so irritating. I get so mad, I lose it during the tape therapy session. It has also been reported that Heard told Depp, I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you. Like, I can't stand to listen to that audio tape. She's so condescending. She's so rude. And then she's like, I didn't hit you, babe. You weren't hit. Like, oh, I can't even stand it. So, of course, the trial is scheduled to begin Tuesday. I am very interested to see how this goes because it's going to set a good precedent to how it's going to go in Virginia, right? So, if there's going to be any huge damning evidence, we will be hearing about it early next week, and that's awesome. And I've been, you know, as odd as it is to say, looking forward to this for a while, simply because, you know, victims of real assault survivors don't deserve to have their name drug through the mud because of people who want to get their career. So this could be a huge win for, you know, real victims of domestic violence, of which many of us are survivors. So don't drag the name any further. Anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content, and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.